So where are you now based?
Right now I'm in Madrid, but I'm from Argentina.
Yeah, exactly.
And I shot the video last year. I was still in Argentina back then.
Okay.
Now I'm studying here in Spain.
Oh, well, that's great. As a matter of fact, last year it was a kind of not fashion, but a lot of people try to reflect on what is happening, the COVID, by doing shorts. I myself have done two shorts, during the COVID, because just to work and at the same time to express some feelings that we have in those.
Yeah, I guess it's natural. It was something new that hit us, everyone, and
Yeah.
I don't know, and also the boredom and knowing not what to do in
Exactly.
quarantine.
Exactly. And I don't know if it happened the same way in Argentina, but here in Morocco, we had very tight restrictions on shooting also. The shooting crews needed to have an authorization, and then a lot of regulations to be able to shoot during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, in my both short movies, there was only myself and the character, the actor, the actress in this case, and I had to film myself, and so that we don't have to,
I know. Well, my film is my wife, so it's the same situation in a way.
Oh, so is the actress your wife?
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. And did you do the shooting yourself?
Yeah, everything by myself with my equipment. I work on TV and film, but it was the same in Argentina. You couldn't film outside your home. There were very tight restrictions too. And so, well, I just wanted to shoot something anyway, and that's what came.
Yeah. Well, it's very interesting the way you are telling this story. How from day one and day two, and how things are you're almost telling the story of a year-long confinement.
Yeah.
And we see that the change in the attitude, also we see the different moods that I think we all pretty much felt the same way.
I think we all went exactly. We all went through the same process, and I thought at the time that I could do it either as a drama or a comedy, and I went for the latter because I thought there was already enough drama in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wanted to portray it in a different, more parodic, maybe satiric way.
Yeah. Well, this is what conveys your movie, that it is a comedy, yet behind there is big drama, very issues, very dramatic issues, especially what happened, what we see from the different clips, from news clips, around the world, and also at the end, also at the end is I want you to tell us why you chose that end, because it's, well, I'm not sure to really have understood it well, but because we understand that she committed suicide, or maybe it's just a bad dream, or we don't understand, because we see her dream, we see her come out, and the cat talks to her, and it tells her that it's over, the thing is over, but she still commits suicide. So
yeah, well, it's weird. I wanted it to be ambiguous, but at the same time, it's like the short film ended a little bit before maybe, and she already committed suicide and she's agonizing, and then she sees the cat. That's another way to see it. But I didn't want to explain that much because the main idea was that at the beginning of the pandemic, there were lots of talks of people saying we're gonna come out of this together and better and happier and all this utopia of a happier place after the pandemic happened. And well, we're still going through it, and I didn't think that was going to happen. So I just wanted to make a joke that, okay, she imagines that everything is fine, there's a rainbow over the sky, and then all of a sudden it's no, really she's dead. That's reality. So yeah, it's dark humor, I guess, but
yeah, but also, you know, the yeah, because also that's a way to understand also that death is not always a bad thing, because you could
exactly.
when you die, be in a better world, and
it's an escape.
it's already the beginning of something very nice, maybe, you know.
Maybe, yeah.
But at least that's what more or less what you suggest, you know. She's feels, but it's I understand how you know, you are to me the movie is showing this progression of feelings of loneliness, you know, how you feel trapped and lonely, because maybe because this character is single and can't really share with anyone whatever she's living. So are you of those who believe that human beings cannot live alone? And
of course, no man is an island, and I guess the pandemic kind of made us realize even more about that. I was lucky enough, again, to be with my wife during the pandemic, during the quarantine. So my confinement, I guess, was lucky in a way. But at the same time, yeah, all those issues were there, and, you know, loneliness. And I think we all went through all these kinds of emotions. One day it was, okay, I'm not going to work, great. And the other one, I can't go out, I'm feeling trapped. And I wanted to, I don't know, portray every single emotion we all went through.
yeah, well, there is this and I've seen some movies of people who also and even in your movie we see that you at one point, because of the pandemic, you stop you have conflicts. You stop being nice to even people who are nice to you.
Exactly.
Because also this is the other aspect, you know, you're seeing the person too much, and then the situation makes you want to fight, and then you end up getting off on someone you like, or someone
exactly.
from your family. So
yeah, well, in the character only has her cat, the television, and not much more. So she's,
well, at one point she had this friend, you know, over
online.
internet.
She had an online date. Yeah. It's another way of not feeling lonely, but at the same time the distance is there, and the virtual reality of it all makes us feel lonely too. So I wanted to show that too.
Yeah, well, I think you succeeded in putting us also through those emotions, especially going from you know, the happy start to the, you know, to the gloomier end of the nice progression. Is this your first short, or
no, I've done several other short films before, and I'm mainly a documentary filmmaker. So this was strange. It was something else. I couldn't be shooting documentaries outside my home, so a comedy surge instead.
So you're a director of documentary
Mostly, yeah.
type of projects, and then you also have a are you DOP? Are you do you do technically? Are you trained to have some kind of expertise in cinema?
Well, yeah,
Besides being a director, meaning.
Yeah, I'm a video editor most of the time, and I also work on VFX, motion graphics, animation, and that's why I ended up doing, well, pretty much everything in the short film. I shot it with my own cameras, and I had to do all the post-production, even color, VFX, everything. So yeah, I'm kind of a one-man army in that way.
In French, we say homme orchestre, meaning
Exactly.
Orchestra man.
In Spanish, we say hombre orquesta. It's the same.
Hombre orchestra, see.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I need to compliment you on the editing. The editing was very nicely done because it was the key to the giving the pace and the success of the film, because we did not feel at any moment that it's a one man show. One guy shooting, and because I think of the editing, it gave it this energy, and I think it was very nicely done with those, and then we're following the days and everything. That was very good. But what are your plans? Why are you in Spain, if I may ask?
Yeah, I'm studying at an institution of cinema in Madrid, and I'm doing it's kind of a master in documentary filmmaking.
That's great. That's great. So you chose Madrid to do your studies because you feel you can learn a lot of things in Madrid, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
well, that's
so.
Good. Well, that's great. As a matter of fact, from Morocco, we have for the last 10 years, I would say, we had now the impression that cinema in Spain has greatly improved and and shows today a very high quality.
Yeah.
In comparison with other countries, European countries. And it is probably one of the factors is probably the education cinema system, the cinema education system, because it seems that the quality is really growing in the Spanish cinema, and I think it's a very good thing to go there and learn the tricks.
Yeah, I think I made the right decision of being here.
So, and what are your plans for the future? You're gonna have this master's degree, a master's degree.
Well, I'm planning on staying maybe then. If I'm planning on working here, maybe shooting some documentaries, or also back in my country. Just I don't know. The future is open, really.
Well, leave a little space for Morocco. Maybe you can come to Morocco and, and shoot something in Morocco.
I'd love to. I've been there 2 years ago, in 2018. Well, 3 years ago. And you are in Casablanca right now, right?
No, I'm in Rabat. Casablanca time, because it's the time.
Okay.
But I'm in Rabat, which is about an hour north of Casablanca. It's Rabat is the capital, but Casablanca is the big city.
Okay, well, I'd love to meet, because I wasn't in Rabat. I was in Casablanca, Marrakesh, and some other places, but I wasn't there. So I hope next year or another year it can be not online, but in physical.
Yeah. Well, we hope so too, and so that we could bring in the people from all over the world. This year we couldn't do it that way, but hopefully in the future we'll return to the normal format. But this format is also very interesting because it allows comedy, because comedy is such it's a genre, a specific genre that one has to look for people interested maybe in a broader area, and you give this opportunity to come for people to be with us during the festival online. So maybe we'll keep both. We'll have a normal, regular festival, but with an online version going on at the same time. And basically, I just meant to last question ask you also about comedy. What draws you to comedy? Because we are a comedy festival, and we are very interested in understanding the comedy thought process and also the motivation. Why would you want to tell a story with a comedy twist?
Well, I love comedy in general, specifically absurd comedy, you know, this kind of surrealistic, almost in a way existential too, but absurd, such as Monty Python, that kind of comedy. It's always been my favorite. And I think it's a great vehicle to portray things that you want to either criticize or show, or maybe, you know, think about it. And the pandemic was a perfect excuse to make a comedy in that sense, I thought, and to, you know, think about some stuff and analyze what happens.
Would you say that sometimes or very often attacking or addressing an issue through comedy has more impact than dramatizing it and just telling?
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely, because maybe a lot of people aren't that drawn into drama, because again, it's something sad, and we all have drama in our lives, and maybe comedy is a better way to approach these kind of issues and think about them in a not happier way, but in a more joyful or playful way, I guess. And so I believe that the impact is even greater.
Yeah, well, we share exactly the same belief in Rabat-Comedy, and I want to thank you for participating in this very small interview session. But
Thank you.
I think you made a lot of points that people would want to hear from you, and I hope you the best luck in this competition, and hopefully you'll be able to come to Morocco, and we'll be able to meet you soon. Thank you very much, Mariano.
I'll have to shoot another comedy next year then.
Well, yeah, we'll be there to have it. Hopefully.
All right.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Now. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.